Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Master of the Universe directors promise to lean into the Wacky Wild franchise. These are the Nee brothers who will be directing the live-action reboot. Interesting that they're saying that they're going to embrace the franchise's wacky and wild roots. Also, one of the main headlines I saw was that they're going to take it seriously in terms of the wacky and wildness and not to become Lord of the Rings. It doesn't really sound great. You'd think that they'd want to emulate something that was well loved. Now, undoubtedly, Master of the Universe is wacky. It is wild. It is colourful. However, that audience that remember that have grown up. Now, these individuals have just directed The Lost City with Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock. And unfortunately, I think that film paired with this interview, which we're going to dive into in a moment, doesn't give me a lot of confidence in this film. But I want to be surprised, of course. So let's take a look, ladies and gents. The Master of the Universe directors Aaron and Adam Nee say the upcoming live-action reboot film will embrace the franchise's wacky and wild reputation, not run from it. Now, the problem with that, because this is Hollywood, is that you can go a little bit too far in embracing the wacky and wild. It is undoubtedly colourful. It is not Conan. However, it can be taken seriously and still remain colourful. It can still have the wacky and wild nature whilst taking the source material seriously. And I feel like the fact that they've just done The Lost City, that this wacky and wild, will be wacky and wild, much to the detriment of the film. Now, the Nee brothers, the directors behind Paramount's new film The Lost City, starring Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum and Daniel Radcliffe, recently sat down for an exclusive interview with CBR in which they briefly discussed their Master of the Universe film. One thing that was important to us is that we are unapologetic that it is a wacky, wild property, that these characters are colourful and crazy and weird. Now, again, these words start to cause a little bit of concern. Unapologetic, meaning they're just going to go for it. Now, that could be good. Again, it could be good, but this is Hollywood, ladies and gents. Wacky, wild, colourful, crazy, weird. You can take this property seriously. You can. I don't think these guys are going to, unfortunately. We didn't want to try and tone that down or try to make it into Lord of the Rings. Again, saying that you're not going to try and make it Lord of the Rings is, not great, but never mind. Now, one thing I do like is that they say they're not going to change everybody's names or something, but instead they're going to embrace that that's one of the things that's singular about it and special about it. Now, that is positive. Needless name changes, sure, but let's see if they stick to it, right? This is Hollywood. This is Hollywood. They are undoubtedly going to add people randomly, swap things out randomly. And the other thing from the get-go, when we were asked to come in and pitch what our take on it would be, was that what was very important to us was tapping into why, here we go, as kids, those toys and those cartoons meant so much to us. So we really spent some time together just reflecting back on what that experience was like and the experience of empowerment and possibility that came from that, from playing with those figures. Now, the issue that I have with this is that we all come from different generations to the kids now. The reason why this was important to us and meant so much to us, these cartoons, the toys, was, this was an era where masculinity wasn't shunned. So, you pick up He-Man, a little boy turned, muscle-bound hero. That's what you want to emulate. That's what you want to become. I can't see many kids now unabashedly, unashamedly doing that. So the concern I have here is, are they going to be making this from their perspective, or are they going to be looking at retrospectively and trying to retroactively fit it into what kids are like now? That is a concern. It is a concern. Now, elsewhere in the interview, the Nee brothers were asked what lessons from working on the Lost City they were taking with them into Master of the Universe. This is interesting. They say, I think the number one thing is movies are made by a team. That's a thing that is very important to always remember. You really do your job best if you're just surrounding yourself with excellent people. It's true. Nice that they did that. However, they do say this. Adam Nee added, yeah, and one of the things that we're super fortunate about is that we are not only the ones who are the Master of the Universe superfans. So there are lots of very talented people who just have been waiting their whole life to jump in and be a part of making that movie. So that's somewhat positive there. It is somewhat positive. But remember, ladies and gents, this is a film that has just languished in development hell. Sony's been developing the live-action Master Universe reboot film with Mattel. April 2018, Nee brothers were tapped as the film directors. A year later, Noah Centineo was confirmed. Now he's gone, so that's been delayed and then removed from Sony's schedule. And then April 2021, Centineo departed. And then earlier this year, it was revealed that the Nee brothers' Master Universe film was now a joint venture with Netflix instead. Weird. Very, very weird. Just languishing in development hell. A property, if taken seriously, can do serious damage at the box office. Based on Mattel's Master Universe toy line, the animated series He-Man and the Master Universe originally aired 83 to 85. Fascinating. It genuinely felt like longer. The show has since received numerous spin-offs, reboots, continuations, and then a live-action Master Universe film with Dolph Lundgren. Oof, that was funny. Now, obviously, Netflix is the home for Mattel these days. That's why they're working with them. What do you guys think of this? Again, you know, this wacky and wild roots can be good and can be really bad. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Personally, The Lost City does not instill confidence with me that these guys are going to know what to do. I think there's some elements in here which can be good, but always got to bear in mind this is Hollywood, and they are strong-armed by what they can do. And it is also not only Hollywood, it is Netflix. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.